What's up, TNA fans? And I'm talking to the real TNA fans out there, which I'm not sure how many of them are left. And I think I'm saying real TNA fans, not people who are sucking WWE, whatever, and AEW, whatever. And I just want to quickly mention a few years back, I created an account called Impact on Twitch. I used it every day to update fans on what was happening when there was cool matches on. I got sick, went into the hospital, gave this account to someone I thought was my friend. Very shortly afterwards, they made a deal with TNA. They got an all expenses Bound for Glory trip from all the hard work I did for over a year. And the people who knew about this were Scott D'Amore and Garrett Kidney. Scott D'Amore's gone now for a number of reasons. Garrett Kidney, he's being praised by TNA when I'm sure a lot of TNA fans out there, if you follow social media, this dude has been shitting on WWE for years, which is totally cool, but never AEW. They will never shit on AEW, even though that's what the fans would love. I would love to run that account. I would love to run the account for like a week. Gary, you'll hate WWE just as much as AEW, no?
I wouldn't go that strong. I definitely like WWE marginally better, only because I feel like they're already in a better.
Oh, sorry, I thought that's what I said. Sorry, I thought I said you hate AEW more than WWE.
Oh, I hate AEW more than WWE. Oh, yeah, I thought you said the other way around. Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of fans are like that. And how about the fact that WWE is working with them for years, like with these shows and shit, and this asshole social media guy has just been shitting on WWE for all these fucking years. And now look, all these fans are like, they're confused. Look at Asylum. It's like a broken site, TNA Asylum. Everybody just hates everything. There's no direction with TNA. No one knows what's going on. Everybody hates that Jordynne left, which we'll probably spend the whole fucking thing talking about jobbing out your champion on an NXT show to a 20-year-old that weighs about 90 pounds. The Juggernaut, LOL. We have to put after that now, after Gary mentioned you can't take her seriously as a Juggernaut anymore.
No, not with me, at least. I don't know. You can't build her up the way they were. I get it. They were getting the WWE rub, but I just feel like it's 2 steps forward and 3 back.
Well, I don't know. I feel like you've been strongly talking about lack of rub.
Yeah.
Like, what did this do for TNA? Anyone. This is a question for everyone out there. When stupid ass Coney Khan just handed over Kenny Omega like a fucking goof, and TNA got like TNA got a shitload of fucking, great buy rates because of Omega. But AEW didn't get much out of that, other than maybe it was money, I don't know. But WWE is WWE. Like, I totally knew this was gonna happen. The match almost finished like it was almost exactly as I expected, except for Ash by Elegance. I don't think anyone in the world would have guessed Ash by Elegance would show up.
Of all places, honestly, you put her in this caliber of a match.
Well, again, I made a joke about this. Like, I think this is WWE like playing fucking chess to an extreme level. Like, look, we're putting TNA on here. I'm staring at a picture right now of Gresham, Gale, I believe Ariel Schnurr, and the new guy. What's the new guy's name? Do we forget? I don't know. The new guy. The guy that they literally just hired like days ago, last week or whatever.
Oh, okay. I missed out on that.
And they're all sitting there, giant smiles. Like, what are you all smiling about? That you go to a fucking WWE show? The world is better because Triple H is there? Guess what? Triple H is fucking Vince Jr. He just does things in a much slicker way so people don't hate him. TNA was never going to get anything over in this.
Well, I definitely think that's kind of like kind of like an evil or more evil side of Gale, because I know it wasn't too long ago Gale was bashing the WWE on TV,
every day of her life she bashes.
Yeah, like though they don't think of the knockouts like TNA does. She's just bashing them.
So then she goes over there and hey, beat our champion.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna sit here with a fucking giant smile on my face, and
I get playing nice, but
they're putting over WWE by being there. You know what I mean? Like, you're beating our champion, and we're getting what out of this? What are we getting out of this? Gail's on TV. Is that what it is?
And then I had a discussion with somebody. They were saying, "Well, she gets a big payday," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it's the
Great for
principle."
her.
Yeah, it
Has
is. I was
nothing
happy
to do with
for her.
TNA. That has nothing to do with the
But
TNA
it's the
Knockouts title looking shittier today than it did yesterday.
but
Great for Jordynne. Of course she's making money. She wouldn't be there if she wasn't.
yeah,
She could leave there and make more money off the friggin' her internet shit.
yeah. And my thing is that's fine and all, but it's the principle of it. I mean, I think the some of the parts
I
would
know, I
be
don't say it.
much
I'm
more
not. Sorry, I'm
plentiful.
not. Sorry, I'm totally disagreeing with that person. I mean, it's nice to have money, but it has nothing to do with fucking TNA. What do
Yeah,
we, what, and again, it goes to this money thing. Like, who fucking cares? It's like, oh, well, they didn't make money off of that. Are you making the money, motherfucker? No.
well, and the thing is, Jay, I don't understand how people can look at it from that perspective because, like, Jordynne was getting a huge pop. I have a feeling this could have went to like WrestleMania or, something much bigger. Like, had it be like, kind of like a year relationship until Mania fell around or something. There's no reason why, they couldn't have built this thing up into, I don't know, kind of like a third. Well, they got like how many? They got this TNA would be kind of like their fourth promotion under them, but like you could still keep it separate. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to have it all in one location or but I just kind of feel like the bar is so far between not just prominently in the world in terms of like coverage and stuff, but I just kind of feel like even though TNA is the number 3 product currently and based on, things that the figures and whatnot that add up, I just feel like the bar isn't that far between, like, they were putting over the knockouts and then you bring a kind of like what they did with Sting. They built him up every week. He'd come out just silent,
And
to the
then he
crowd.
lost.
And then look at they hit with them.
But I
They
mean,
did.
that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. I feel like people were kind of delusional,
Yeah, maybe
thinking that anything
I
better
was.
was going to happen here. I mean, it wasn't just you. I mean, I did a poll. I mean, I had a poll in the group and got a lot of votes, and Jordynne won the poll on who they thought was going to win the match.
Oh, damn.
And it wasn't like who do you want to win the match? It's who do you think is going to win the match? Okay, so just really quick, back to Asylum. So I realized it took me a while. I could have had an awesome Impact site if I got the trip that I deserved. That was blocked by, pretty sure, single-handedly Garrett Kidney, who I speak to all the time, but I literally can't prove it because they got rid of my account where I was speaking to him from. You know what I mean? Like I always tell people, if you started a fucking charity account, what's the first thing you would do? Who's the first person you would get in touch with? The fucking Twitter person. I didn't know anyone with Impact. I messaged a Twitter person like, hey, am I gonna get sued if I keep doing that? And that's how we started talking. And next thing you know, like I realized, honestly, I realized it like this weekend, like how much this fucked me when it comes to like TNA fans. Like, I had a website that was literally supposed to be all about TNA, and like I couldn't tell people, sorry, I'm getting fucked with behind the scenes by one of the workers at TNA, so that's why this place can't be all TNA anymore. But whatever, like I was just thinking, I could, I could have pictures from that weekend, interviews from that weekend. Like I could have had a relationship with TNA. No one did anything against me except that fucking douchebag who probably thought I was going to steal his job, but I was disabled and I couldn't. I just would have had a fun weekend. So fuck you, fuck your. Oh, and it was also ties into Asylum because that was his crew, or that is his crew. Asylum and the racists at Voices of Wrestling. So they were all, they all just worked together to shut us down. And, they used their trolls. I mentioned them all. Trevor Dame, Six Pac. These people are literally friends with Garrett on Twitter. The biggest haters on the internet are friends with this fucking guy that TNA fans love. And it makes me sick.
Yeah, I just kind of remember back in the day, too, when there was Mecca and Asylum. It was kind of like the AEW and WWE rivalry all over again.
Seriously, that's what I wanted to do.
This one de facto do that brand and back.
Like that's what I wanted to do. I just want to be like the more of the positive side because they were all friggin' negative. I don't know. I saw them all as negative, but whatever. It didn't happen. Life goes on. Dave Meltzer, fucking idiot, another idiot. Love laughing at this dude. This was a few days ago. Dave Meltzer speaking openly about TNA's wrestling situation on Wrestling Observer Radio. People in the company now have to sit and wait for the company's next move. Ready? This is old Dave. They have no marketing team. They have no live events team. They have nothing booked after the first weekend of August. I'll just stop there. Gary, what did we find out today?
Oh,
TNA Wrestling debuts Total Nonstop Summer Tour, leading into yearly showcase Bound for Glory in October.
Yeah, and we all know going into the month of October, they more or less have hinted at possibly the UK, which will mean tapings the next few nights after that. So I'm pretty sure they have the rest of their year filled up, or they wouldn't have talked about UK tour. I know that's one thing they threw out there. You're gonna find this funny, Jay, but there was a little bit of a graphic of what they said, like different countries. Has anybody ever toured Turkey? I was looking at some of the things going on there, and I'm like, hey, wouldn't they be excited to see a wrestling product show up to their front door for once? I mean, they are neglected.
No, yes, I mean, it's not the worst idea. I mean, I don't know if you saw that. There's like this I don't know, Samoans. They had some crazy ass wrestling in some like third world country, and like it became like pretty big, and like it was, I forget, whatever. But yeah, that shit can always happen. Sorry, I'm staring right now at the graphic for Total Nonstop Summer, because we were just talking before this started about how Josh is on the pre-show, and I think that is fantastic. I see a bunch of people are sad, and I have this giant smile on my face as I'm looking. Now I'm looking at the Total Nonstop Summer poster. Ready? Frankie Kazarian smoking a cigar. Jordynne Grace with her ass sticking out, holding a beach ball. Sami Callihan, and then the back. Okay, then it's hard. Okay, then you got the Nemeth brothers in front with the system. In the back, you see Speedball kicking shit. Joe Hendry is standing near AJ Francis. I realize that's going to be, I mean, obviously that's going to be the match. I don't know if it's obvious, but that's going to be the next big match, the anniversary match. AJ was shitting on people who were chanting for Joe Hendry last night. And like people, and everyone took it the wrong way, I think. Like he sounded like, like an angry wrestler, but it was more like he was just being a heel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck Joe Hendry, and that's it. Oh, sorry. And then the knockouts. Steph DeLander shooting water on Zia Brookside, and Giselle is there with Ash by Elegance, kind of sitting in a, I don't know. She's kind of like, I forget what you call it. Whatever. They're all on an island. So who's not there? Eric Young. I mean, a lot of big names on this poster. The biggest, though, not even. Oh, sorry, he was listed. Josh Alexander. Okay, but they don't have Hardy. They don't have Santana on here. They don't have Chris Bay on here. But also, whatever. I was just interested. They didn't have Josh Alexander on here. Again, the guy wanted to quit the fucking company, and they didn't want. He tried to leave the company. And they said, no, you're not leaving. You're running out your goddamn thing. And now look what they're doing to him. They're sticking him in shit that doesn't matter, and I think it's fucking awesome. Exactly what he deserves. And Gary mentioned you can kind of see it in his face now. Like, he's not the same Josh.
Yeah, he's definitely looked like his ego's been deflated. I feel I kind of almost like the way Kushida's kind of look backstage. I don't know if he's on the cusp because he's a Scott.
He should leave. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean?
Take him AEW. We fucked up with him. It is what it is. I don't know. Like, just.
But I don't know if you caught this story today. Apparently, Speedball was all but signed by the WWE, and it said he wasn't able to go to the WWE because of the new hiring. What do they say? The new hiring guidelines or something. He didn't meet their criteria, so we almost lost Speedball to the WWE as well if we don't already. But
yeah, I'm still afraid. Still afraid he's going somewhere. But speaking of Speedball, they got this new thing, not new, well, Impact Wrestling UK. I'm blocked by Impact Wrestling on Facebook, so I have to use Impact Wrestling UK. Again, fuck you, Garrett. So it has a thing underneath, the AI questions, right? So the thing is, before their X Division title, Trent Seven, whatever, it's a post about Trent Seven from Impact UK. So the first question underneath is, how does Trent Seven prepare for his matches? And this guy's got his gut sticking out.
Oh, okay. I think you said.
And I posted in the group, like, I don't know, a 6-pack and a few burgers, it looks like.
Yeah, and then
seriously, like, what the hell with this dude?
Yeah, then I sent you a reply back. I think it's 8.
Okay, but also, so just in case you missed it, Jordynne Grace lost last night at Takeover. Was it Takeover? Yeah, they're all called Takeovers, I think, right?
No, Battleground.
Oh, Battleground. Really? Oh, shit, they're not called Takeovers anymore? Well, they're basically takeover events, I think. Maybe they do them once a month, whatever. Okay, so During the match with Jordynne and Roxanne, Tatum Paxley ran down to the ring, who I think said last week on NXT, like, she wanted that title, or she saw the title, and she was like, I want that title. I'll be honest, I don't know much about Tatum. She's cute. Never seen her wrestle. I'm guessing she's not one of the best NXT wrestlers.
Yeah, wasn't
she interfered, trying to steal the title. Ash by Elegance pops out. God knows why, how, where she was.
Yeah,
but she popped out, so they're both grabbing the title. Which, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea where Ash fits in, other than she used to work for WWE. But like, Gary didn't know this. Like,
yeah,
that's why Jordynne lost. Jordynne ran out because she saw people fucking with the TNA title, which this is the part I like. And I guess TNA can use it much more than WWE will. But like, I don't know if they can they show this stuff? I don't know. But like, if they do, it would be Jordynne cared more about the TNA title than the NXT title, which that's a cool story. I'm okay with that story.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize going into it, or coming out of it, I should say, that she lost by a kind of like a chicanery, if you will. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I mean, she literally, like, I was kind of lost it for a little bit. It wasn't that great of a match, which I was surprised about. I mean, I watched Roxanne had a much better match against Deanna. It's on Impact's YouTube. You can check that out.
I did happen to, before we went to recording, though, I did go and see where she did kind of counter Jordynne's finisher, which I thought that was very cool.
Yeah, that was a nice move. Yeah,
counter it, kind of with like a diamond cutter.
Yeah, that was like right when. So Jordynne ran right back in, and like she hit her with I forget what it's called, but I guess she has like a signature move before the finisher. So she hit it with that. And then she was setting up for the finisher, and that's when she flipped out of it. But I mean, like, the girl had time, you know what I mean? Like, she was sitting in the ring while Jordynne was doing all that outside shit.
Oh, okay, kind of like burning some, much energy or whatever, during a bout.
Since we haven't mentioned it, it's Pride Month, and I saw a really nice picture of Viperous kissing Mercedes Martinez. And I'll be honest, I'm not down with a lot of stuff when it comes to the community. But I do like that picture. So some of the stuff is cool.
Yeah.
Let's just stick. Can we have Pride Month just for hot girls? Is that sexist? Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
We'll try not to be too peggish here.
Yeah. Okay. So also, Toronto, Sunday, July 7th, NXT Heatwave. So that was interesting.
No.
They're going to Canada, which is kind of
It's
Heatwave. Do we even call that Impact's? Can we even call it Impact's home base anymore? When the hell was the last time they taped in Canada?
Oh, jeez. I can't remember.
Well, while you think about it, I'm going to read 4 sentences from Talking Nonsense About Impact Wrestling, the podcast, which quit after 4 years on January 28th. Not sure, forget the names. So here's what they were posted. TNA is back. The company's growing in popularity. False. The community is growing in positivity. False. My work here is done, folks. False. I like those guys, and it was cool. I mean, they did, like a lot of like interesting shit that no one else was doing. But no, none of that's right. TNA is not falling back in popularity.
Well,
no one knows their fucking ratings. They're the number 2 show for TNA after NXT at the fucking moment, and they are not. The community could not be less positive at the moment. So get back to work, TNA IW.
My thing is with it, Jay, is they wait and go out of business. Like just when TNA is kind of rising from the ashes, then it was like the middle of the month when we actually got around to seeing the first show, and then like 2 weeks later they closed the curtain on their channel, which is a shame because I do think they were very informative. They did keep the TNA community kind of guessing. Like I did like a lot of their little gimmick things.
Yeah, they had interesting stuff. Yeah.
But it's unfortunate. I mean, I think that's pretty much the way the status quo is of the TNA fan base. They like something for so long, and then I mean, maybe they had some health issues, maybe going on, or family. But
no, I do think that's another. I honestly think it's a huge problem when it comes to TNA. The fans, TNA fans, just I mean, we're not as good as.
We're definitely not.
Like look at AEW fans, and I don't agree, but they will defend everything and everying. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, it makes the company look better, like because they have fans that are like I mean, I don't know how they can defend half the shit they do, to be honest with you, but they do, and they like it. Like I can tell they're not lying to themselves. Like people enjoy it.
Not trying to bash them here, but I kind of feel like they're like one large cult.
Yeah, I mean maybe, but wouldn't you rather be part of one big cult than a bunch of a broken fandom of whatever TNA is like?
Yeah, definitely terrible. I remember a time when we were almost cult-like, you know.
Yeah. Oh, totally. We got cult. I mean, oh god, that started my whole thing with Sap years ago. He called TNA fans like a cult or something, and then AEW showed up and just totally destroyed all that. It's just. Oh, sorry. More thing. In news. I'm sorry. No, they wrote the same thing twice. Okay. Get your shit together, TNA. You got your same headline on TNA Wrestling for two things. Sami Callihan will take on Gresham on Countdown to Against All Odds. Now, it looks like they might have changed the Josh match because now it no longer says Countdown. So maybe they quickly got a bunch of shit and they were like, nope. I don't know. It also doesn't say on the thing that it's like the one says Countdown, the other one doesn't. So I don't know about the Josh match anymore.
I don't know. I just thought it was very interesting. Somebody had mentioned in the comments on Asylum, I had mentioned that like I kind of like the matchup with Sami and Gresham, but they're kind of the same poison. They kind of like delve into that dark side of things, and it's just like it's kind of like when two similar things collide. It's kind of like
but I did like. Did you see the Sami show this week? I thought that was really fun.
Oh yeah, with him kind of like
that was really good. He hasn't, and I haven't. I mean, he had he's done a bunch of kind of shows like that. I think at this point, but like I don't know, this was good. It was quick, and then the way he did the news guy, that got like the biggest laugh out of me maybe in years with Impact. Like you know what I mean? Because it was still him just looking differently.
Yeah, didn't he call it DMTV or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Death Machine TV. Fantastic. That's pretty cool. That's the kind of thing I absolutely love in wrestling, and it was just like he said. He's like, "What is this guy? Is he I think he might have stole my line. Is he an octopus trying to be a man, or a man trying to be an octopus?" Yeah. I said it's an octopus character that's come to life. So like,
yeah, it felt very the Attitude Era like a little bit. And I you know,
really cool.
Definitely.
But maybe I don't know, maybe too soon, or they keep this going for a long time.
Yeah,
I could see that. They keep, these two just keep killing each other for a while, and that could be a good long feud. Okay, now let's get back to Jordynne, because she has a Knockouts World Championship Open Challenge, and I feel like, and I'm sure you do, that the whole thing just got kicked in the vagina. I was going to say balls, but since it's Jordynne, I have to say vagina. Like, it just, like, knocked the wind out of me, for this match.
Yeah.
Like, who cares now? And I'll tell you what, this is my guess. One of two things is going to happen here. Tatum Paxley is either going to answer the challenge, or Ash will answer the challenge, and then Tatum Paxley is going to get involved, or it's going to be a three-way. Sorry, my first thought was a three-way. Tatum Paxley versus Jordynne, but I don't know how they can do a three-way if it's a open challenge. Maybe the two of them come out, but I mean, it's set up. If you don't watch NXT, it's basically set up. Tatum Paxley is going to challenge Jordynne. She tried to steal the title. Ash tried to save the title back. So it's Jordynne, Ash, and this NXT girl, which means if that's the match, NXT can go another match without losing. You know what I mean? Because it will be a three-way, so Ash could eat the pin. Or, worst possible thing ever, Giselle wins the title after Tatum jumps her, because it's Pride Month, and Giselle's winning that fucking title sooner or later. It is what it is.
I definitely think there's an inkling of that going on, because I mean, if you're gonna get the title off Jordynne, I mean, I think this would be the best time to do it. But like, I don't know, I just like that open challenge is a kick in the teeth for me, because like at this point, I don't really give a shit who walks down that.
Yeah, and Roxanne was like, I'd like to go back there again, but like, I wouldn't give a shit if Roxanne came back. Like, what? You're gonna get a win back? Like, I don't know. It just sounds a little in front of what 1/100th of the people watching.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to TNA, but you know what I mean. Just a lot.
No, definitely. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Even YouTube clips, social media, whatever else. It's like, and I mean, I don't know. I feel like they just shit on the Knockouts title. They're really bad.
Well, and I mean,
and that in a division that's been shit on. Like I just mentioned, that picture. There are 4 knockouts in that goddamn picture.
Yeah. Yeah, I always try to make light of the little things like maybe they couldn't fit them all in there. I don't know.
No, you're right. There was names that like weren't mentioned, like Jody and a few others.
I kind of feel like Jay, they're trying to plug the TNA Plus app, right? Remember, because they're getting everything on one channel or one device, and like now you got Against All Odds this Friday, and you had probably the toughest son of a bitch girl in wrestling. one woman lose to somebody.
Yep.
Doesn't look very believable. I'm sorry. I don't know. Knock on Roxanne. I followed her in ROH. I know what she's capable.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I totally bought her against Deanna because they're both kind of small. But like you said, her nickname's a Juggernaut. She's a fucking monster.
Yeah, and I remember
Roxanne is tiny, man.
And I believe over there at the time, Angelina Love defeated Roxanne in ROH or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure a bunch of people did. Oh yeah, I think she was a Ring of Honor champion when they ended. So
yeah, and I don't know. At the age of Angelina Love and how long she's been a veteran, like she got to win over Roxanne. And I'm not just saying this. I don't think Roxanne's been a pro wrestler for very long either, and that's another reason I'm not.
I think she's like 20. I think she's like 20 years old.
Yeah, Jordynne Grace has been. She's wrestled men. She's wrestled many. I mean, look what she did with Bully Ray. And she's picked him up and heaved him. I mean, it looked pretty real. I do know maybe the wear and tear of that finisher. Maybe she's could injure herself too. I don't know. Maybe time away and reflecting on not
she lost part of her ear again.
Yeah, I heard about
this. What the hell, Jordan? Jesus, what are you doing?
Her earring snagged on Roxy's fishnet. Like,
stop wearing earrings, bro. Jeez.
Yeah, stop wearing.
Sorry.
Oh, earrings.
Check if we had any comments from last week, because I'm a big fan of that after reading some that we missed last time. Good review. Jordan Race's gear NXT and A. Could be something to that. Trent Hatchett. Yeah, I think it was just a cool thing that she made up. Thanks for reading my comment on Havoc, fellas, and can't wait to see what Jordan Grace can do in the next 2 weeks on both TNA and WWE. Love to see the big Eric, Isaac, yeah. Love to see the big TNA WWE crossover in the future. Yeah, I just
I don't want it to be like with
I feel like they just killed that. I feel like they killed that.
I feel like they did too, Jay. I just kind of feel like it's the relationship like with us with AAA, because you see how long Laredo Kid had the title. He had it for 28 days, I think, for like 4 weeks. Yeah. And then he lost to TJ.
I'm sorry, going back to what you said about how they want people to get TNI. TNI, Jesus. Not TNI. Fuck those stupid ass motherfuckers.
Oh, TNA Plus.
Yeah, TNA Plus. So I've been noticing, and I think I made fun of it, but then I thought about it more. Explosion matches have gotten a lot better.
Oh, wow. Maybe it's because
this week is Sami Callihan. I'm sorry. Alan Angels versus Eric Young was this week. Last week was like a knockouts tag match. So I'm like, why are they putting these matches on there? And then, like you just said, they want people to buy TNA Plus. That's where you get to watch that shit. And now I think they're making better pre-show matches. Something that we used to talk about for a long time, and now I'm making fun of the pre-show matches, but they're making them better. Like if Josh is on the pre-show, maybe someone will actually tune in, will buy that show. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, this match is incredible. I'm going to buy this show instead of having 2 stupid-ass pre-show matches that nobody gives a fuck about.
Oh, and if anybody out there...
Maybe they're thinking bigger like that.
Anybody out there listens to the podcast, it's like, I don't TNA related, I don't front office person, please hire Center and Say. We need the tag teams. They're very...
somebody, did you read that they're going to be at the next tapings? I don't know where that came from, but
I did hear that. So I was kind of hoping that they would have pulled the trigger, because what do they say? You snooze, you lose. And then with Tony throwing the checkbooks out there, I mean, you got to jump at the chance.
I'm sorry, this whole thing is crazy. It's crazy. I've been talking like you and whoever else about what's going to happen, and I don't even have a guess at this point. I really don't.
I would much rather be on Team WWE though than be on Team AEW, where they did nothing to put us over, and then they did those little snide paid advertisements during TNA television that I used to really despise. I was like, why are they allowing this shit?
I didn't get it. But I mean, I don't know. I guess they had to get something out of it, and maybe I don't know. Who knows? Who knows with the money and all? But definitely. I mean, I've been saying, everybody it's WWE playing chess. Yes, look at us. We're working with WWE. We're so fucking good now. Vince is gone. We work with other promotions, but guess what? No one's ever gonna beat a WWE person in a big match.
No,
That's the
I think
fucking
after this, I'm done thinking that anymore whatsoever. I'm just
like
gonna
I
keep.
think someone will lose. Like it'll happen. I could see Dolph going over there and beating fucking Sean Spears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of match that no one's winning the fucking NXT title. Like it's not gonna happen. I think I don't know, we were probably stupid to think that was even possible. But here's some breaking news. Ash by Elegance, after her shocking appearance at Battleground, she will be in the Impact Zone this Thursday, everyone.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought there'd be applause coming after that, but no. Is anybody out there a fan? Anyone listening? Is there anyone listening that's a fan?
Giselle.
No, Ash. I mean,
Oh, I thought you said Giselle.
I could even see more. I could even see more with Giselle because at least she has some type of character. I don't know what the hell this character. I don't think anyone knows what this character is.
Well, anymore, Jay. I'm finding. I shouldn't say it, but I'm finding Iceman becoming easily more enjoyable than.
Oh, I think anyone. I mean, it's incredible.
I mean, like,
she's hot as hell, and she's a terrible character. Like that's so hard to do.
Yeah, and I don't know, like with Iceman, like he's gotten so like arrogantly good at doing it, like everybody's supposed to love her, and he's like selling her, and he's like, I don't know, just the way he emphasizes stuff. I've gotten to be a bit of a fan of his, not a lot, but I've noticed I can see why they keep him around. I mean, he does have that kind of old throwback.
Oh God, TNA reposted.
Yeah,
One, two. Sorry, I'm looking at WWE post. I'm looking at the TNA account. Retweeting WWE all day yesterday. What the?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure this will get a lot of eyes on Against All Odds. I'm not going to lie, but I mean, is it going to be for a few pay-per-views or to close out the year and then they're all forgotten about again? That's the reason why I feel like we need to focus. You're there, Jay?
Yeah. Sorry.
It sounded like it went dead here, but I feel like TNA come the new year need to start focusing on number one and maybe getting on a better network, even if it means selling access or something like that, because like they're not going to get any buzz in the current state they're in right now. But I don't know.
Agree. Sorry, I was just replying on Twitter to. I just replied on Twitter to this Ash thing saying, "Why are you all RTing WWE? You taught us to mock them for years." That's what I learned from the TNA Twitter account, man. Fuck WWE. Yeah. Fuck them. They're scum. And guess what? That's what I learned from Gail Kim also. Fuck WWE. They've done this, they've done that. And what? It all goes away? It's all gone now? Guess what? Vince still did all that shit. You were all in his old fucking building that was meant for him. But he's still getting money out of this.
And the thing is,
I guarantee.
I look back to the days when they had first acquired WCW. I mean, that was a massive ball drop. I mean, I'm not saying this Jordynne thing would have been on that level had they followed through with a lot of things, but they show history of dropping the ball, and to me, this is no different. I feel like,
to be fair,
this could have been a big.
No, I agree. I mean, but I just keep going back to like she didn't lose clean totally.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And we have read like that this is supposed to be going on for a few months.
Yeah.
And also, I think look at the goddamn Knockouts division. Like I think someone told them. I think they were just open. They were honest. They're like, listen, we're gonna be working with WWE. We don't need you fucking knockouts. We're gonna need like 3 of you to stay around, and that's why there's like 3 of them staying around. Tasha was on that picture. I don't know. She pops in and wrestles every now and then. I don't know what the hell's going on with her.
I don't know if a lot of the behind the scenes stuff with Scott was maybe the catalyst for a lot of the knockouts leaving too. Like maybe, like you had said, like the sexual behind the scenes stuff, sexual stuff. Maybe they thought they had to kind of sleep their way to the top. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what was going on here.
Or just, who wants to wait in line behind someone's girlfriend?
Yeah, and I mean, if you see that, like, wasn't it a time that Jordynne was saying something about, well, she didn't believe in something, and then that was
Jordynne literally put a post up like probably a year ago about how no one in the wrestling business that is in a position of power should be sleeping with talent. I know for a fact she was talking about a trainer at the time sleeping with a talent. But I'm sorry, fuck you. Like, you did that while enabling Scott, so shut up. Shut it. I don't want to hear your stupid voice again talking about fucking harassment or anything when you shut your mouth when Scott was banging your fucking everyone's friend Giselle, which is And again,
Well, and
you could find a
basically,
picture of Scott, Giselle, and Josh in their pajamas having a sleepover. The two people that he pushed the most. I mean, it's insane to me that anyone is still on that fucking side. Or
well, I
Josh's
mean, I don't
side,
know.
that creep. Probably bi. I'm not gonna get into that he's gay or anything. I'm not saying that he is, but probably bi. Just going by the fact that Scott pushes people he bangs.
Well, and
You
then I
could
don't know
skip that part, Gary.
about that picture with Gail and whatnot. That kind of scares the hell out of me. I don't know.
Yeah, like
Must
they're all
feel
smiling. Like they're all looking
yeah,
so
like
happy.
they offered him a behind the scenes man, like a
That's see
wall.
that now that's an interesting thing. I mean, because there's only a few people left, so like, would they not stay on? Maybe like I don't know. Maybe Gail is trying to like suck
Bridges.
some WWE dick, like because if she knows what she knows, metaphorically.
Yeah.
Because she blasted him for years. I mean, almost she had so many tweets that were just about WWE. It would be annoying to me. I'd be like, Jesus, can you talk about TNA? But whatever. We're like 20 some. Jesus, with 35 minutes, we got to talk about this show.